Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rachah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Stone. And salutations to all the brothers in the house and the barriers teaching His word in our sincerity and in our honesty. We are the heroes, the lights on the James Jamaica camp. And we come again, brothers, meet together again to do another Sabbath lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. And may the Lord, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, guide our mouths, you know, with His righteous wisdom and judgment, and may this lesson be an edifying one. Now, today, saying we're gonna go touching one of Ella Malcolm's favorite book, you know, who is Esau Edom. Saying the Lord had blessed us with the privilege to receive this book. So we want to read a couple of excerpts out of this book, and what we're gonna say a couple of things on it. Now, this book was cheap back in the days based off our understanding, but now even the other day this brother go and look it up, and it was like 800,000 Jamaican dollars, which was like 700 plus US dollar. So the book is now being made hard to afford. Why is it being made hard to afford? Because the men of the Lord, because the men of the Lord, basically, we're using it to confound the devil. Saying, as it is written, as a matter of fact, we got a scripture, Psalm 64. See, and this book was written by an Edomite by the name of Charles A. Wiseman. Yeah? So, without further ado, let's just get that scripture and then yeah.
Alright, so this is Psalm 64, verse 7. It's about Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Right? So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves.
Right, so this is prophecy being fulfilled here, with their tongue falling on themselves. You know? And as a matter of fact, let's just jump in this book same time, you know. Who is Esau Edom? So we're gonna start right here, you know, at page number 5, the legacy of Esau Edom. You know, if you can see it, don't know if you can see it properly, but see. So we just, as I said, we're just gonna jump around for the interest of time. So it says, life and history of Esau. It says Esau was the firstborn of Isaac, and thus was heir to the birthright derived from the direct racial lineage of Adam to Noah to Abraham. Thus Esau was racially an Adamite, yeah, because he come from the direct lineage, which is true, right? It says a Semite, which is the word is supposed to be Shemite from Shem. So the word you don't say anti-Semitic, it's supposed to be Shemitic. Or in the Hebrew, the word is Sham, which goes back to the meaning name. The word Sham goes back to the meaning name. It says, thus Esau was racially an Adamite, a Shemite, and an Hebrew. Yeah? The racial stock of the white race. So just read it, yeah? So their own mouth and fall upon them. So when we analyze the scriptures now, yeah, it says Edom is the racial stock of the white race. Now, the Elder Malcolm first brought it out that in I think it was 1861, where the Edomites were first called white. In all actuality, they are not white. Yeah? They are red. They are the red Hebrew Edomite. Now, the book, yeah, this part here is white. They are not white. See? As a matter of fact, let's get into the birth of Esau and Jacob. Because we want to start there in history. Because we want to get from the root of it. See, because the misconception with people, even out here in Jamaica, is that you're being hated for the color of your skin. No, it's not that. See, the color of your skin has nothing to do with it. You might be called a byword by the color of your skin because Edom or Esau has no pigment. See, that's the reason why what we call them? The Mormons. The Mormons believe that in their philosophy, in their doctrine, they say that the reason why we have melanin is because it's a curse of the Heavenly Father. You understand? But we're going to prove to you that that's not so. You understand? So, jump into the scripture of our question.
This is Genesis 25, start of verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Right, so speaking unto who? The mother of Isaac and Jacob, which is Rebecca. Yeah? Isaac's wife. So the children were struggling in her womb. Two twins. So he said, two nations are in thy womb. Saying, and two manner, two types of people. Alright?
So, and the one shall be stronger than the other.
And one shall be stronger. The one that's gonna have pigment. Alright?
And the elder shall serve the younger.
And the elder shall serve the younger. No, I just read it right here. It says Esau was the firstborn of Isaac, and thus was heir to the birthright derived from the direct racial lineage of Adam. Yeah, because according to the law, the firstborn son should receive the birthright. But the Lord is not bound by his word. As in, no, let me not say that. Say the Lord is bound by his word. The Lord is not bound by his law. See? Because as I just said, the firstborn is supposed to receive the inheritance. But here it was not so. Read back what the Lord said now.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
And the elder shall serve the younger. So here is it that the Lord bent his own law and gave the birthright to the what? To the younger. See? So when people say Esau, Jacob steal Esau's birthright, it was already set up in the spirit. The elder shall serve the younger. Go ahead.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hair garment.
Yeah, because according to the customs of Israel, they must dye garment red. You know? It says the first came over red all over like an eerie garment. And if you look up that word red, saying it's Adawam. Saying, and Adawam basically represent from fiery red to pale pink. You know, like to water down pink. See? So if you take up a red chart, see, looking at the chroma of them color, you can look at a couple of them that the Edomites look like, you know? From fire red to pink. See? So the first came over red. First came out red all over like a what? A eerie garment. Go ahead. Shut up.
And they call his name Esau.
And they call his name Esau from the Hebrew Aisha. You know? Mean wasted away. You know? Because so his pigment, he didn't have any pigment. You know? So basically he's wasted away. So imagine when he born and the father see him come out looking like that. You know? Aisha. He said Aishashua. Saying Aishashua. Saying, go ahead.
And after that, and they call his name Esau. And after that came out his brother. With
Jacob. So after that came his brother Jacob. And go ahead, continue. You have to kind of tilt the Bible.
Right. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 70 years old when she bare them.
Right. So the hand of Jacob held the heel of Esau. So they were fighting in the womb, which is prophecy. See? So going back, that's the reason why this book is here. You know? And we're not saying that this is the scriptures, you know. We just use these books for reference to back up what the scriptures are saying. No, let me jump a little bit further in this book. Saying, because we need to get some no, okay. Alright, so this is page 6. It says, after the conquest of Judah by the Babylonians, some of the Edomites who had mixed with the Jews in their land resettled with them in Judea. 2 centuries, I find Jeremiah 40, them give Jeremiah 40 verse 11, 12, find that another question. Alright, it says 2 centuries later, all of Edom was driven out of Mount Seir. You understand? So find that scripture. I could bring it out. Yeah.
Jeremiah,
You have to kind of find your mouth this side.
Jeremiah 40, 11 to 12. Likewise, when all the Jews that were in Moab and among the...
Somebody can sit down here, sir.
Right, this is Jeremiah 40 and 11. Likewise, when all the Jews that were in Moab and among the Ammonites and in Edom and that were in all the countries heard that the king of Babylon had left a remnant of Judah and that he had set over them and that he had set over them Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, the son of Shaphan, even all the Jews returned out of all places whither they were driven and came to the land of Judah, to Gedaliah, unto Mizpah, and gathered wine and summer fruits very much.
Right. So let's continue down in the book. We're gonna jump around, as I said before, for the exhortation, for the interest of time. Salakia. It says the Nabateans now occupied Mount Seir. Now who are the Nabateans? They are from the stock of Arabia. Right? It says the Nabateans now occupied Mount Seir, and the Edomites were driven into the old territory of Judah. The Maccabean family, a remnant of the true Judites, right, had ruled Judea which Judea is a province of Edom, right, of Rome, right. It says the Maccabean family, a remnant of the true Judites, had ruled Judea from 166 to 37 BC, right, and under Judas Maccabee, right. First Maccabee 5 verse 3 says recapture the city of Hebron from the Edomite in 164 BC. See, so if out here people say, oh, the Maccabee Bible is witchcraft, but this is showing that this is history, and this is in the scriptures. You have it?
Yeah.
Read now.
This is First Maccabees 5 and 3. Then Judah fought against the children of Esau in Idumea at Arabatin, because they besieged Israel, and he gave them a great overthrow and abate their courage and threw their spoils.
Exactly. So they put their spoils. So right there. See, that's instrument. See, because the Maccabees, which are Israelites, basically they did give Edom a warm time. See, but it was according to the spirit for them to gain power, Edom, because Rome was to be the powerhouse at the time. So there was going to come a time where the Maccabees were going to be brought low. See, it says, during the time of John Hyrcanus, 135 to 105 BC, the nephew of Judas, the Judites were again faced with the hostility of the Idumeans. And the Idumeans is the same Edomites, because this is the Greek way of saying Edom, Idumean. Right? It says, Hyrcanus confronted the Edomites, causing a decisive change in the relations between the two factions. Right? Now we're going to go down a little bit further. It says, John Hyrcanus conquered the whole of Edom, right, and undertook the force conversion of its inhabitants to Judaism. So you used to have Edomites that actually believe that they are Jews. That's where Herod come from, and we're gonna get down some more. Yeah, because there was an intermingle among the people at that time. Since you have to bring your mind back into history at that point in time.
Just like the woman of the world.
Just like the woman of the world, the Canaanite that thought that she was an Israelite. And she thought that she was a Jew. No, it's the same way now. Our people scattered among the other nations and intermingle among them. So you have a lot of Edomites back then who thought that they were Jews, man. See, it says where was I? It says what's that here? It says thenceforth the Edomites became a section of the Jewish people, right? Now we're going to go a little bit further. It says, thus at this juncture of time, the Edomites were then incorporated with the Jewish nation, right? And their country was called by the Greeks and Romans Idumea, right? Mark, this is Mark 28. It's Roman, this is Roman, right? Mark 28. Let me see what it says. Mark 28. Right. It says Ptolemy and Ptolemy geography. Yeah? Mark, let me see what it says.
Mark 28. This is Mark 28. And from Jerusalem and from Idumea,
right,
and from beyond Jordan, and they about Tyre and Sidon, a great multitude, when they had heard what great things he did, came unto him.
Yeah. Continue.
And he spake to his disciple that a small ship should wait on him.
Yeah, because Israel was scattered among those people. See, it says from Idumea and from beyond Jordan and from Tyre and Sidon. See, because the whole the scattering start back from way back. Even Nehemiah, went into the law, saying and say, I'll go back into the prophecy and say, oh, the scripture did say that what Israel was gonna scatter. So even from the time of Nehemiah, even before the time of Nehemiah, Israel got scattered. See?
Because most people start from the New Testament.
No, he never started from the New Testament. The reason why Yahushua came was to gather the sheep that were lost. So, lost sheep of the house of Israel, which means that a lot of the Israelites actually look like heathens.
Scattered from way back.
Exactly. Right? It says but the tide turned in favor of the Edomite faction when Julius Caesar, right? Who is Julius Caesar? The first Caesar of Rome, of the Roman Empire. See? It says when Julius Caesar made Antipater an Edomite, see, procurator of Judea in 47 BC. So Antipater did that lineage. If you go in the BLB and you look up Herod, it shows you the exact lineage of Antipater. We used to have a chart. If anybody can go on Google and type in the Herodian lineage image, you will see the lineage of from Antipater coming all the way down. See that this is history, man. This is history that won't be taught to you in these full system. See, I certainly now get this in no churches, because them churches only know if to knock and sing. Maybe you can find this in the white churches, because they have them Bible Belt Edomites have actually going to scriptures. But Jake is all about singing and clapping and acting the damn food. But where wisdom is concerned, they are not there. See? As a matter of fact, see, there's a reason for that, man. Yeah, that's the same scripture.
This is Luke 16.
And yes.
Start of verse 8. So the Lord commanded the unjust steward, or condemned the unjust steward, because he had done wisely.
What?
For the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light.
Yeah, exactly. The children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. Who are the children of light? The Israelites. See? Who are the children of this world? Esau. You know, scripture says Esau is the end of this world. So this is their world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So this is their world. See? And we're just going in some history about Edom, Esau. See? Right, now bring back the light up, Baba Pasha. Right, it says, when Antipater was killed, 4 years later, his son Herod gained power, but was rejected by the Judites. See? Herod was rejected. Right? It says this, and this is Herod who? Herod the Great. See? The son of Antipater. He says, Herod shrewdly gained support of Rome, because Rome had to step in and massacre our people. See? To show them, look, you're not supposed to revolt. Right? It says, Herod surely gained the support of Rome. With a Roman army at his heel, he returned to Palestine, and after a 6-month siege, he captured Jerusalem and became king of Judea in 37 BC. No, make we go in the history with Herod when the Yahushua was born, man. See? Saying, because this is speaking about this Herod. Have it? Wait, yeah. Yeah, that's me. Because Herod, what happened is that Herod got the power seat, man, over Judah. Saying, as a matter of fact, let me go down a little more in this history. It says, Herod was a shrewd and unscrupulous tyrant, and was despised by the Judites because he was an Idumean and not one of their own stock. Yeah? It says, Herod hated the people of Judah, and one of his first acts was to execute 45 of the leaders of the old aristocracy to eliminate any rivalry of leadership. Having secured the kingship, Herod next destroyed the priestly line of Iconos, the last being Antigonus. See, so this is the track record of the so-called white man to our people, to massacre our people, man. See, because he's an Edomite trying to rule over our people with their nasty ways of living. See, our people was being massacred by the Roman Empire. And it was the same thing when the Lord come on the scene, when you tell her when a company of wise men went to visit the Lord. You have it that? See? What?
This is Matthew 2 and verse 1. Now when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem, Judah, in the day of Herod the king, behold, there come wise men from the east to Jerusalem.
And it didn't say 3 wise men. You understand? We don't know about the 3 wise men. See? The person that said that is that, or the persons, is 3 blind mice that came up with that. You understand? You know, consider.
Saying, where is he that is born king of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east.
Yeah, which is a chariot. Go ahead.
And are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him.
Yeah, because Herod knew of the prophecy of the Messiah to come.
Try to
You have to upset the prophecy. You have Isaiah. You can get that in Isaiah from the Wakasha. Say, your son. Yeah. Saying. So Herod tried to upset that prophecy, man. Saying he knew of the prophecy. Because remember, back in the history that we read in this book, it tell you that the Edomites were intermingled with the Jews. And it says that where was it? It tell you that John Iconos conquered the whole of Edom and undertook the forced conversion of his inhabitants to Judaism. Therefore, the Edomites became a section of the Jewish people. So they knew of that prophecy. So when Herod saw that these wise men came to worship the Lord at his birth, yeah, he was troubled because he knew that his time of his rulership in Judah or Judea was up, because it's the time for that king to rule over the whole Israel. See, who have it? Scripture verse? Yeah, you have it? I bring it up one question.
Isaiah 9 and 6. It says, for unto us a son is born, unto us, no, Salakia, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
And to us a son is born, and his name can be, you said his government shall be upon what? His shoulder. Because the prophecy said that he shall rule his people, Israel. So exactly. And his name shall be called the Mighty Ruler, so on and so forth. Emmanuel, you finished? You finished? You finished?
On the prophecy.
Yeah, go down.
Right,
Go down.
this Isaiah 7 and verse 14. Therefore Yahweh himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive.
And the virgin, yeah, is from the Hebrew Ilama, which means young woman of marriageable age. Go ahead.
A virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Butter and honey shall he eat, that he may know to refuse the evil and choose the good.
Right, so the word Emmanuel means what? God with us. So this is the Son of the Highest, which is our Lord, coming in the flesh, in the likeness of sinful flesh, as it is written, walking among men to redeem us that were under the law. You understand? That became a curse. He became a curse for us to bring us back with our God as one. See? So Herod knew of these prophecies. That's the reason why he tried to interrupt this act. See? So go back into the text, Baba Kwasha. Yeah. Where was it?
This is Matthew 2 and 4. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet.
Yeah, in Bethlehem of Judea. No, that's where Yahushua was born, in Bethlehem, from the Hebrew Bayath Lacham, which means what? House of bread. See? But he had to flee, and we're going to go into that. Go ahead.
And though Bethlehem in the land of Judah art not the least among the prince of Judah, for out of thee shall a governor, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel.
That shall rule his people Israel. See? And it's the scripture said the children of this world is what? Wiser than the children of light. So Herod knew of that prophecy. Why you think the spirit was heavy upon him to find where the Lord was? See, go ahead.
Then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, go and search diligently for the young child, and when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also.
Me know what? A goddamn devil. Yeah? Go and bring word so we can go worship him. See? Why this cracker would want to worship the Lord that's gonna take his throne? See? And this is the devil. See? Give Psalm in the Psalms, word of his mouth. See? Yeah. Exactly, as soon as everybody is speaking lies, will bring us word that we will worship him. They mean to slaughter the Lord. See? But the spirit had it where that was meant to be happen. See?
This is Psalm 55 and 20. He had put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
The word of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in Herod's heart, because his main objective was to what? To destroy the Lord, to destroy the Savior. See? Continue back in Matthew.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Exactly.
This is Matthew 2 and 9. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them.
Yeah.
Till it came and stood over them where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceedingly great joy. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And being warned of God, of Yahweh, in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they depart in their own country another way. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt.
Right. Go ahead.
And be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him.
Exactly. Go ahead.
When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son.
Right. They went into Egypt. Exactly. They went into Egypt. Yeah. They went into Egypt until the time that Herod had died. Herod the Edomite. Now let me see if I can go back into this book. Where was I again? Okay. Alright. It says, having secured the kingship, Herod next destroyed the priestly line of Iconos, the last being Antigonus, who taunted Herod with his Idumean origin and asserted that the kingdom should fall. So this was one of the reasons why Herod seek diligently to destroy the land, because Antigonus was there being a mocking and a scoffer unto Herod that look, your kingdom is gonna be destroyed. See? It says where was I? Salakia. It says Salakia. Right. It says on one of the royal family. Finally, he murdered Aristobulus, the last of the Aaronic high priest. Herod then sought to affiliate himself with the high priesthood through marrying Mariamne, Aristobulus' sister, and the daughter of a high priest. That doesn't mean you're an Israelite, man. See, that doesn't mean you're an Israelite. It says Herod even rebuilt the temple as it was in ruin from repeated sieges, part of which Herod was responsible for by his attack upon the city, because remember, the Jews rejected his rule over them. And they say, oh, you're an Edomite, you can't rule over us. And he had to get the Roman army to come and destroy them, to put them into subjection. Right? It says the temple of the Most High became, in a sense, Herod's temple. See? That's one of the reasons why the Lord said, destroy this temple, and in 3 days will I fill it back. See? And the Lord also say, I've made my father's house a den of thieves, a place for merchandisement. Just paraphrasing. See, it says, we thus find that in the years just before the time of the Awashai, Judea was controlled by an Edomite faction who usurped the Judites' name, land, and heritage. Right? Under Iconos, the Edomites were forced to be part of Judean culture, but under Herod, the Herodian faction had control over the Judeans' culture and their way of life. Confounding the matter is the fact that some Judites had intermixed with Edomite, Canaanite, and other alien stock. Yeah? And other alien stock, man. So when the Lord came on the scene, trust me, what do you think the Lord do for a 40-day fast? so that the spirit can be heavy upon him to call from among the heathen his people. Yeah, discern the spirit. Right? A scripture come to me and it just blew out of my mind. A scripture, he says, but on the Herod, the Herodian faction and control says so they control over culture. Oh, yeah, he says Iconos teach Edom our way, the Judites way. What? Give me Isaiah 14 verse 21. See, because every time Israel try to be nice to you Edomites, guess what? We end up in a poverty, man. It happened there with John Iconos, and it happened in the dark ages when we start to teach you how to behave yourselves, to clean up, you know, to act civilized. And where are we now? Yeah? Where are we now? Yeah, we put them in our armies and things. Where are we now? We are on the low. We have the lowest of all low among all people, being the sons and daughters of Yahweh Basham, Yahushai and High. See, where are we now? Right? So just bring out Isaiah 14 verse 21. See?
Isaiah 14 and verse 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world, cities.
Why you think that's going to happen to you, man? After your slavery, you're going to be grouped up and burned. And you can go over there, 1:18, saying prepare slaughter for his children. Because every time Jake basically try to be with one, be at one with these Edomites, we always get kicked in the ass, man.
Our men doing that forever since.
Yeah, we always get kicked in the ass by you Edomites. And this is a thanks for teaching how to bathe, yeah, for teaching how to prepare your meal. Even though a lot of you love eat bloody meat same way. Teach your royalty about being royal. This is your payment for it. Putting us on ships, shackled up to each other like sardine, packed. The lynching, the burning, knocking out the teeth of our people, putting us in, put yokes of iron around our neck, sending us in the field for days.
Some Benjamin witness that were there.
They get the Benjamites that drifted off the coast of Jamaica.
They never know what it's them just repeat history.
Exactly. See? Yeah.
Alright, this is Obadiah 1 and 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
And there shall not be any remaining of the what? The house of Esau. Go ahead.
For the Lord had spoken.
For the Lord Yahweh had spoken it. So after you face 1,000 years of slavery, guess what? You're going to be burnt, because this history that we read here is not going to take place again, because it is written, the kingdom, the saints of the Heavenly Father shall take the kingdom. It says, the kingdom shall not be left unto any other nation, man. So it's going to be our nation, and you're not going to get the chance, the time of day, to even think about trying to conquer the earth again. Because every single one of you are going to be burnt. Yeah,
That Job 20 and 7, 8, 5. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy
of the hypocrite.
Is but for a moment.
Go ahead.
Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
Yeah, so you see all them skyscraper high? And you notice them of them space station and so on and so forth, all them high? It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Go ahead.
They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found.
Hey, you ever have a dream? And when you wake up and say, you know my dream? I can't remember that. Some more. It's the same way we're going to say, one nation did the name Edom, but one nation, we can't remember exactly about that nation. There were some nasty looking people. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
He shall be chased away as a vision of the night, man. Saying you wake up and when you wake up you can't remember nothing. You can't remember who is Edom. Go ahead.
And the eyes also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place anymore behold him.
Exactly. So the eyes or the people that's beholding you, we're not going to see again. There's a place that beholding you, you're going to come out of rulership. See it? Slavery to be burnt. That's where it is. Yeah? So back in the book it says confounding the matter is the fact that some Judites had intermixed with Edomite, Canaanite and other alien stock at the time they returned from the Babylonian captivity. Right? And it gives some scripture. You have one of them? Alright, bring out the one to Ezra.
This is Ezra 9 and 1. Now when these things were done, the princes came to me saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the land, doing according to their abomination, even of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Jebusites and the Ammonites and the Moabites and the Egyptians and the Amorites, for they have taken of their daughters for themselves and their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands.
Exactly.
Yea, the hand of the princes and rulers had been chief in their trespass.
Why you think we became Gentiles? Eh? Why scripture say you know that you were a Gentile in the flesh? Carry away to carry away to dumb idols. Yeah? Why? See, this is history, man. This is history we're going through. Yeah? This video might not get only for views because it had too much information that come out. And you wanna speak about the black woman twerking, we might not get more views. But this is history, and this is something that we need to know. You ever say that if you don't know where you're coming from, you don't know where you're gonna go. See? So we know where we're coming from and we know where we're going after this. See? And yes, he said the holy seed, yeah. It's not an Israelite, it's there. If according to them fools, that if your mother and father is not an Israelite, you know what that mean? You know what I mean? That means a whole lot of people out here, a whole lot of people in the earth is not from a nation. Because a whole lot of intermingling take place. So that means if your father is an Israelite and your mother is a Moabite, then what are you? If your mother and your father have to be an Israelite. Yeah, he's a hybrid. Hybrid of what? Yeah? That doesn't make any sense. See? Anyway, go Nehemiah 13.
Nehemiah 13 and 3. This is Nehemiah 13 and 3. Now it came to pass when they had heard the law that they separated from Israel all the mixed multitude.
All the mixed what? Multitude. Go ahead.
And before this,
where are you? Yeah, read verse 4 then I go to verse 23. What? Eliashib.
And before this, Eliashib, the priest, having the oversight of the chamber of the house of our God, was allied unto Tobiah.
Jump to verse 23.
This is 23.
25.
In those days also saw I a Jew that had married wives of Ashdod and Ammon and Moab, and their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod and could not speak in the Jew language.
And what is the Jews' language? The Hebrew. Yeah, go ahead.
But according to the language of the people. And I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them and plucked off their hair and made them swear by Yahweh, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves.
Exactly. See? Anyway, go back to this book. It says, these mixed blood people were also hostile towards the Judean Israelites. See? And because you have Israelites that was living among the heathen that despised the Jews as well. You understand? It says the land was not the kingdom of Judah, but the nation was of the Jews, Judeans. It says historically the Edomites became known as Jews. So who is the Jews today? The Edomites, man. Which doesn't make any goddamn sense. Because the Jews is just a short way of saying what? Judah.
And as I said in Revelation, I know them also they are
The Jews and are not. See? It says, a term derived from Judea, which was derived from the name Judah, being the royal line of Israel, though they were never of Judah or Israel. So the so-called white man was never of what? Judah or Israel, man. So how can they be the Jews? Bring it out, Revelation 2 and 9. See there 3 and 9. Eh?
And it's the presence of a white man.
Exactly, it's that Edomite write this book.
Edomite write the book, yes.
Yeah. To fall upon them.
This is Revelation 2 and 9. And I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy.
No. This is speaking about actual Israelites, yeah? But these scriptures aren't just one-fold. They are multifold sometimes, you understand? So, in this, according to this dispensation of time, the scripture can be broken down towards you Edomite. So, and it says, the Jews are in poverty. And go ahead.
I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
So you Edomites, you so-called Jews, which was not of the stock of Israel or of the tribe of Judah, you are of the synagogue of Satan. And you know you have the book by the name of Synagogue of Satan, which speak about you Edomites, man. Speak about you Rothschilds. You know that book? I'm speaking about the Aram, you saw it. You used to have it, no? You used to have it, Synagogue of Satan. When if you get back in them book, yeah, I think the documentary is on YouTube as well. The Synagogue of I think it was a 5-hour documentary. Synagogue of Satan or something like that. See, yeah. Alright.
Revelation 3 and 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, say they are Jews and are not, but who lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
Right, so that's gonna be the end of you Edomites, man. You're gonna come and worship the Israelites, man. Now I'm gonna read the last 2 paragraphs basically, and that's gonna be the last of this lesson. These 2 paragraphs, and you know, bring us some scriptures the same way. Saying, and then last willing another time we can jump back into this book and bring out some more information. Right, so we're gonna jump to Titus now. It says, you. Yeah, if we talk up so the camera can hear.
This book you have a read right here, man. Hey, this book a treasure to some people right now.
Exactly.
Hey, if you look up on the internet for the price of this book, and right now it's probably about $89,000.
Exactly.
Yeah?
See? Yeah. And it was cheap. I think it was like about $100 for this book back in the days, or cheaper. And because guess who make it reach the price? The Hebrew Israelite. Yeah, we're using it. See? You know that saying they say, oh, to hide, if you want to hide information from the black man, you put it in a book? Well, that start to backfire on them now. You put it in a book for us to see, and now we're going to use it against you.
Because you have black men who do read.
Read, exactly. Israelite, you have Israelite, you read. Yeah? Alright, it says, during Titus' siege of Jerusalem, 66 to 70 AD, and this was after the disciples, after the apostles, after Yahushua, which Yahushua basically spoken about it. We can find it in Luke 22, Luke 12, 24, or 40, we say Yahushua wept over the city. He said, they shall be fall by the sword. Yahushua prophesied about it. Yeah, him talk about something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. All right, here's it. Luke 21, verse 20. Yeah, I think in Luke 20, it tells us him wept over the city. You have it? You have that?
This is Luke 21 and 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter into. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
Exactly, which go back to the Old Testament. You know, that Israel was going to fall by the sword, went into captivity, and all these things. Go ahead, continue, finish. Yeah, man.
23. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be a great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people.
And wrath upon his people. Go ahead, continue.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down out of the Gentiles, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Exactly. So we're in the time of the Gentiles, no? And the time of the Gentiles is almost finished. Yeah? So going back to the history now in this book, well, the brother just read about Titus. He says, during Titus' siege of Jerusalem, 66 to 70 AD, 20,000 Idumeans appeared before Jerusalem to fight in behalf of the zealots who were besieged in the temple. And we know that the zealots are Israelites that basically, that it's like a militia that took up arms against Rome. Right? It says, about 97,000 inhabitants of Judea were taken captive, and an unknown number had fled either before or during the siege. Was that what you just read? He said, let them which are in the flee to the mountains. Read back that part again, Baba Question.
Say, Luke 21 and 21. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountain, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter in thereinto.
Okay, alright. Let me just drop this quick off. It says, this is the last mention of the Edomites as a people in history. Yeah, this is the last mention of the Edomites, right? As a people in history. It says, yet Bible prophecy indicates that Edom would be an enemy of Israel in latter times. We find that their only connection to a present day people and religion is with the Jews and Judaism. We thus need to trace back the origin of the Jews to see who they are and how they fit into the puzzle of who is Esau Edom. So this you can close that. So this is the final reading for tonight in this book. Yeah, Lord's willing, we're gonna go back into this history and this book again to get some information out. But you tell you that was the time that Edom was, was kind of played out. The word, the nation Edomites was played out at that point in time. But we know now here that what the so-called white man are the Edomites. Give me John 14. John 14:26.
Alright, this is John 14 and 26. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all things to your remembrance, whatsoever I have said unto you.
Exactly. So the Holy Spirit is going to teach us back and bring us back all things to remembrance. So we start to remember who we are. Eh?
Yeah? Hey, that so basically
You have to
the
talk.
scripture say the spirit of the prophet subjected to the prophets.
Come.
Right? And Yahweh shall say the other comforter will come and I go remind of the things that me did tell them.
Exactly.
Right? So basically him just tell us say them are gonna
Come back.
in this time.
Exactly.
As prophets. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, and guess what? We come back and we remember who we are as a people. We remember who the Edomites are. So even though at what point in time we are fallen from the knowledge, give me
Prophecy.
2 Thessalonians 2. You know, we are fallen from the understanding at one point in time, but we know we regain it back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Yahshai. Exactly. Yeah, 2 and 3, yeah.
And this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first,
Right.
and that no man of sin be revealed, the son, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Right, then who is the man of sin? The Edomites, man, being revealed. We have just been revealing him through this book. You know, well, the scriptures have already revealed him, but we use his own book to basically help further the revelation of who this man is, the son of perdition, which means the son of destruction. Go ahead.
Who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God seated in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things.
So even the Apostle Paul used to speak about this man. See? So we all fall away, but we have to come back to it. Yeah, go ahead.
And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mysteries of his iniquity do it all already work, and only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Exactly. The Lord said, consume them with the spirit of his mouth. With the spirit of his mouth is the prophets speaking about this man. The scripture says, go into the gates of the noble. You know? And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Which the brightness of his coming is what? The ICBMs, the nuclear missiles. Right? That device that they have imagined to destroy our people, it's going to be of their own destruction. And they're going to be taken in their own devices. Anyway, basically, I think we do some time. How long we gone back?
57.
7. So I think we can close off now. Yeah? And last afternoon we can go back into this book again another time. Said with that want to say all praises, glory and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Racha Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to the brothers out there teaching his lesson. Shalom, keep pushing. Akim, we're almost out here. Shalom.
Shalom.